So this is the truth behind the treatment of Lionel Messi. Is Messi the best player in the history of Football Club Barcelona? Perhaps linked to doping cases in professional sports? And all this controversy has arisen because he was diagnosed with a threat that disturbed his promising career as a professional soccer player. Surely you would be aware of Lionel Messi, but if not, let us introduce you to him. Lionel Messi is possibly the best footballer in the world. I said possibly, okay? We will leave that discussion for a future video. But like everyone else on the planet, he also had his share of challenges. The striker has forged his legend at Football Club Barcelona, but his true story, the least known, began when he was only 10 years old and arrived at the clinic of the Argentinian endocrinologist thiago referred by his team Newell's Old Boys, with a serious and unusual problems. He was shorter than the children his age. The club was aware of his potential, but also that the player's short stature was not normal. At that age he was around 1.25 meters or 4'1", and after carrying out a series of tests, these specialists determined that Messi suffered from growth hormones deficiency. So at the age of 11, Messi was just 1.32 meters or 4'4", which is the height corresponding to a young man 2 years his junior. It was then that this problem began to be corrected. Growth hormone deficiency limited his development and threatened his promising career as a professional footballer. Problems in this gland can affect different functions, in addition to growth in height itself. For example, it can affect muscle development or other organs, even affecting the future health of the person who suffers from this deficit, explains Juan de Dios Beas, physical education and sports doctor and advisor to Bayman Clinics. So without a proper treatment, a young athlete with this pathology would find it very difficult to reach the elite. Beas specifies that growth hormone deficiency would produce not only less and slower physical development, but also an increase in the number of injuries since the development of the musculature would not be complete. This was Messi's diagnosis, one of the cases of this disorder among every 10,000 births. And because of that, he had to undergo through exhaustive tests to verify the need or not for treatment. These tests include monitoring the child's weight and height and their relationship to the growth curve. Let us get into scientific mode to tell you a little about this problem. Growth hormone is a protein hormone, and indeed it is very necessary for our body. It helps us maintain and build body fat, muscle and bone, so the inability of the pituitary gland to produce enough growth hormone leads to growth hormone deficiency. When not enough of these growth hormones are created, our body's growth, and thus health, begins to decline. Growth hormone deficiency is a rare condition. The results of GHD are shorter height and delayed puberty. This condition can affect both children and adults. But the truth is that growth hormone has generated a lot of controversies as it is linked to doping cases in professional sports. A very different situation from that of Messi and many other boys and girls who have seen this treatment as the solution to the hormonal problem. Many children like him continue to be treated with this hormone that, contrary to what many parents want to believe, is not indicated for all short children, nor for those who want to become world soccer stars. And Messi, like many other children, began his treatment to alleviate the problem. It consisted of subcutaneous injections that were administered for at least 3 years. Once a night, I was injected with growth hormone. I was changing legs, first one, then another. I was not impressed. At first, my mother gave it to me. My dad, every night, I was doing it on my own. It was very small needle. You got in and loaded the amount that has to stick with me. No, it didn't hurt. It was really something routine. That's what the footballer said on a TV show. The blisters that Messi punctured complemented the deficit in the supply of growth hormone from the pituitary gland in his body. This disorder is one of 6 cases in Spain in which the Ministry of Health considered treatment with growth hormone in children to be justified. In other words, the tests are very thorough and the supply of the hormone involves a high cost. When the economic problems in Argentina began around 2001, it made it difficult for Messi's family to continue paying for this treatment in the country. So the development of the treatment had not yet been completed and Messi still pretended delayed growth. And the club Newell's Old Boys couldn't take care of his injections. But help was sought from River Plate, one of the country's great teams, which unfortunately was declined to pay for the medication. The treatments were expensive, a monthly expense of $900 that his modest family could not afford. It was then when the possibility of going to Barcelona arose. Messi moved with his family to Barcelona in 2001 at the age of 13 after signing on the back of a napkin, and the Spanish club paid for all his medical needs until he finished the hormone treatment. The Barcelona icon said, "It was not very difficult for me to come to Barcelona. I adapted quickly, but my family did not. My brothers wanted to go back and they did, and I was left alone with my father and he asked me, what should we do? And I told him, I want to stay. His signing for Barcelona came when he was 13 years old and was 1.48 meters, aka 4 foot 10 tall. And let's be clear that he had to be 1.55 meters or 5 foot 1 tall. Among the conditions to joining the team is agreed that you must continue to undergo treatment. Finally, Messi will reach the 1.70 meters or 5 foot 7, his current height, as an impossible size without the extra help of treatment. His endocrinologist in Argentina has speculated that without the hormone, he would not have reached 1.55 or 5 foot 1. So at this point, this is a big win for Lionel Messi. The usual procedure in giving the injections involves follow-up to see if the levels of growth hormones have returned to normal, which is the example of Messi. Otherwise, it would be necessary to evaluate continuing with injections, although at lower doses. You have to know that the use of this treatment was probably discontinued after he reached the adulthood. Representative for Football Club Barcelona and Messi didn't respond to requests for comment on this matter and have not made public comments in years about Messi's medical treatments. Notably, Messi did not use HGH as a performance enhancer. Messi was using a prescribed treatment, supervised by doctors to overcome a medical condition. The result is that he's a normal human being today, nearly 2 decades after possible treatments. A therapeutic use exceptions, or TUE, is granted for players' use of a prohibited substance when the substance is considered medically necessary. Messi may well be one of the best players in the game right now. He is arguably one of the greatest of all time, and without the use of controversial medical treatment, we may not have seen this incredible athlete on the pitch. But despite of his short stature, Messi's football qualities stood out above all in the tests carried out by the Spanish club. Messi is without a doubt the visible face of this disorder. A legend who started his career with problems but who never gave up on pursuing his dream. So this says a lot about him. You just can't become a genius just by taking a drug. The most you can become is an extremely strong and talented athlete. Messi's not a strong athlete. He's where he's purely due to his skill and ability, something that can't be induced by any drug, so let alone the HGH. And if we all agree on something, we know that Messi is not just a blessed player, but a blessed guy. So tell us, do you think that this treatment made Messi the player he is today? We would like to hear your opinion about this controversial topic. For more videos like this, subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.